Okay.
Step 1 done.
Okay.
We're ready.
Oh, we're not ready yet. Oh,
Ma'am.
oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, wait.
On that shepherd. It's just different, so we're not on Framer 3.
Okay.
It's all funky.
Gotcha. Okay, no worries.
And you can answer. That's really good.
Okay. Enter him. Okay. All right. Hey guys, I'm Tanvi Verma and I'm outside the ICE facility to give you guys basically the TLDR of what's going on. Let's start here at the corner of Bancroft and Moody. You can see there's a lot of signage. If you zoom in, you can see it says, "We've got the guillotine." Phrasing like this during protests has been quite controversial. Some people saying that it's a call to violence, others telling us that this is just protest art. Now, if you come with me this way, you can see there are protesters that are actually camping out here to show their resistance to what the federal government's doing. You can see there's a line of them, there's tables, there's tents, there's chairs. Again, they're here for the long haul. And there's a lot of signage that really shows what's going on. You can see that there's pictures, there's food, and there's signs that talk about why they feel like this. Talk about injustice. There's a giant spider there. We're working to confirm what the significance of that is, but it seems like there's a lot of symbolic imagery here. And of course, there is what seems like a vigil of some sort by the facility. We're also working to confirm what that vigil represents and what it is. But it seems like, given the context, that it's about people who have been deported and who are facing deportation. The building as well, you can see it's clearly boarded up. It was vandalized with a lot of different phrases that were basically calling for an end to ICE here. That itself is another long story here. The city is potentially considering revoking ICE's permit here because they say that ICE has overstayed. Essentially, they're keeping people there for too long. That's what they're saying. They technically have a month to remediate that because the rules of their contract was that they cannot keep detainees in there for more than 12 hours. But that's what they're allegedly doing. They have time to remediate. But that's another big issue right here. Next door to the ICE facility, if we just circle back, is the Cottonwood School. Notable here, the Cottonwood School actually had to relocate. They say that's because ICE and protesters clashed so much that there was a lot of gas being deployed at protesters and munitions that would end up in their play yard. So they've actually had to move site. So this entire location's got a lot of backstory to it, a lot of history, and it's developing very quickly. Last night, things got heated. We've been learning that there were slight altercations, there was pushing, some shoving, but today, things are very calm right now. It looks like people are just peaceably assembling. And of course, there's going to be a lot of events today. A lot of elected officials are going to be speaking out. You can see there's actually an elected official here right now. That's Commissioner Julia Brim-Edwards with the Multnomah County. She says that she's here trying to talk to individuals to learn more about why they're here before, of course, she wants to talk to us. Katu's on your side. We're also trying to learn a little bit more about what protesters here want to see from elected officials so we can bring those concerns back to the city. Now, if you walk with me again this way, I want to show you a little more about what's going on here because it really does tell the story of different vantage points. If you walk with me, I'm sorry, you got to keep on walking with me. You see there's signs saying we are all neighbors, protesters and neighbors, considerations for peaceful coexistence. Essentially, people in the neighborhood have been telling us that the clashes have been causing them problems. They say that the ice gas that was deployed at protesters has gotten in their apartments. They say the noise has also been keeping them up at night. So you can see there's literally guidelines here to try to keep the peace because people do live here. Right across the street is an apartment complex. So again, a lot of stories in this one space. And there's again more signage that tells more parts of the story. You can see here it says keep the kids out of it. A lot of talk about family separations. It says half of the detainees have no criminal conviction. That's a story we've been covering at Katu. People have been basically detained, and we haven't been able to find any information that they may have had any criminal conviction. The most we were able to find on a couple North Portland fathers who were deported, or one was deported and one is in the process of being deported, was an arrest. We couldn't corroborate anything else. So that's what this is speaking to. This is speaking to the fact that people are being held into custody without having criminal convictions. Now, of course, the White House says it doesn't matter because entering the country illegally supports that criminal conviction in the first place. But of course, people here see it very, very differently. And, you know, you can see here more tarps are being set up. Looks like some other kind of tent is being set up. It's raining, but people are still out here. People are still dedicated to getting their message out. Again, not a lot of ICE presence here. There were some ICE agents, or what looked like ICE agents, on the roof, sort of monitoring what's been happening here. We saw also about a month ago, a man was protesting on the sidewalk, and he showed us a video of what looked like several DHS officers attacking him from behind. So a lot of tension on both sides here, but protesters still not backing down, still committed to their cause. Again, we are going to be here for quite a while. Like I said, there's a lot of stories here, and it's important for us to hear from you. So if you have anything that you want us to share or ask our elected officials, we'll be going to a press conference shortly at around 3 p.m. with the city. And we really want to make it a point to ask your questions. So please don't hesitate. We're going to be here for a little while longer, and we'll be making sure to ask your questions. I am live.